What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you today? And welcome to another edition of In the Blender with your host, Shake Money. And today I have as always, a special guest. But this guy, since when I started on this network, the Phin-Addict Fury, he started with me. And we met over at TD's channel. We do Saturday panels, and we do sometimes Tuesday panels. But whenever we do panels, man, he has been a great right-hand man. I don't think he was with me today. We did a panel show. He's a great energy. He has great energy, and he's somebody that no matter what, man, I feed off this guy's energy. So at any rate, I want to welcome the one, the only, Greg. It is finally great to have you in the blender.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How we doing?
What is up, Greg? Oh, man. Two a time. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Great entrance as always. I remember the first time we did the panel show, you did with the Hulk Hogan entrance.
Oh, Elliot, no.
Elliot Nunn, hell yeah. What you gonna do, brother?
When you run wild.
So as I always like to do, is to kind of reflect a little bit, right? And I want to give the viewers this was the very, very first time we did G shaking the panel unofficially.
See, we're fans at heart. We go with our heart, but our head always talks. You know like that?
I agree 100%.
Can't escape it. Greg, what's up? You're muted.
Did you see it?
Oh, I'm muted. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, now you're not. So what's up, bro?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Larry, enjoying the content.
Can you hear it?
I like it.
I appreciate it a lot, bro. I appreciate the love, dude. So what's up? Appreciate you coming on too.
Yeah. I'm really excited for this season, but I don't know what to expect because it's the Dolphins at the end of the day. They always find a way to dolphin it.
Yes.
But this lawsuit, man, with Flores. First off, Flores, I hope he does good. I'm not going to be a big Steelers fan. I'm hoping he does big things. But I really hope this 100K thing's true so Ross can get out of here, bro. Ross is just I can't stand him anymore, man.
Do you still share the same feelings about Ross that you did back then?
Listen, it's in the moment. You know, as long as you stay far away from what we're doing now, and as long as I see you holding that Lombardi, I got no hard feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Sign the checks, and then come down for a game or two, and then hopefully you lift that Lombardi, and there's no hard feelings.
Oh, yeah, man. So, and here was this was right here, the very first episode of G shaking the panel.
That it's an external appeal. Like, I don't think it's going to the courts. I think it's actually just an internal thing where the NFL can kind of impose whatever by whatever criteria they have to go through. That's why the whole thing kind of seemed like a sham to me. It's like you appoint a judge, like an arbiter, to do it, but then the NFL retains power. I thought I read somewhere that Goodell could impose what he wanted. Is that true? Does somebody know more about the process? Because it's not like a regular court process. It's some kind of NFL process.
Well, he is the end-all, be-all when it's all said and done. You know, he is a lawyer, so if it ended up being something with the Players Association, they already said they're backing away. They're not going to say anything. Right. And, you know, I mean, once the NFL lawyer is up, it's the NFL. I mean, like, it's going to be kind of hard to, like, overturn whatever they want to appeal. So I'm with you. They're going to give him more time.
I think so, too. And the thing is,
especially with Ross, how long did Ross get suspended for? Almost the majority of 6 games also?
Damn, that's crazy. Our very first episode on TD, we talked about Brian Flores and the lawsuit. Now we're on the first official we're talking about running the lawsuit. Oh man, way to stay consistent at least, right?
Right? I mean, I think that was the hot topic of conversation last year.
Yep, and that's when we picked up Tyreek Hill. This year, our biggest free agent signing was, of course, Ramsey trade. Which was a trade. What do you think? What do you think of our chances this year?
Man, I think as long as our boy can stay healthy, Tua, number one, Uno, if he can stay healthy all year, man, I think we got a decent shot. I'm honestly expecting AFC Championship. That's my expectation, is just to get there. If we can get there this year, I know I'm setting high expectation, but with a team we have, that should be everyone's expectation. AFC Championship game. Last year, it was just win a playoff game, and of course that didn't happen. They fell short of expectations. I think AFC Championship or bust this year. Anything other than if we get to the divisional round and hey, we lose by a field goal, I'll be like, oh, it was all right. But anything less than getting to the AFC Championship, I think is going to be a disappointment to me.
For sure. I think that we should at least get to AFC Championship. And at the time that we're recording this, no Dalvin Cook signing yet.
Yep.
Or people are saying DeAndre Hopkins. Some people say Dalvin Cook. I'm more towards Dalvin Cook. I think we have a good stacked wide receiving room. Let's bolster up that running back room.
Even if we don't get Dalvin Cook or DeAndre Hopkins, I still like the chances. I like our chances, but without them, we them. But hey, if they want to come, let's do it. But at the end of the day, I think we're fine without him. We just drafted A-Chain, who I think is going to be a stud. I'm looking at drafting him in my fantasy league, but I usually stay away from Dolphin players in fantasy leagues because I hate when I draft them because then I have to root for them. You know, I have to root for them. But I just like to stay away from Dolphin players. That's me. And plus, even if I take a Dolphin player in fantasy, I feel like I'm going to ruin my team.
Yeah.
I just stay away.
But I understand what you're saying, because at the end of the day, for instance, I have, let's say you have Tyreek Hill, you're more focused on Tyreek Hill getting the touches instead of the whole team.
Yeah, basically. And plus, I don't want Tyreek Hill to get hurt.
Yeah, but in my opinion, I won a fantasy league finally. Actually the only reason I won is because of that. The guy, the Buffalo versus Cincinnati, most of the guys he had on his team was on Buffalo, so I won because of that. You know how it ended. You know what I'm saying? It ended early, so I won. So technically I won, but I split the winnings with him. I was like, you know what? Let's divide it. You know, you never know who could have won that game. He was trending to win, but you know, at the end of the day, who cares? But my belief is I do fantasy as well. If the Dolphins win, I don't give a shit if I lose in fantasy.
Exactly.
So I'd rather have my real team win than my fantasy. You know, but if the Dolphins lose and my fantasy loses, that's just a kick in the nuts.
Oh yeah, of course, every time.
That's why I got into I never got into fantasy until 2019 because I knew we were going to lose. So I said, at least let me win at something. Give me something to freaking look forward to.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're a Bruins fan, a Celtics fan, Red Sox fan, and a Dolphins fan. How is that? How did you become a Dolphin fan?
All right, so let me explain the three others before I explain my Dolphins.
Okay.
So I live in Rhode Island. Okay, it's the smallest state, Northeast. Looking on a map, you probably won't find it, but it exists. Trust me.
Yeah.
So when I was a little boy, my dad, there was a minor league team, the Providence Bruins. They're the AHL affiliate to the Boston Bruins. So my dad, of course, he works for Coca-Cola. He would get tickets because the arena was sponsored by Coca-Cola or had Coca-Cola available to get drinks. So we would go to the games. I had a lot of fun. And, you know, we saw some of these players on the team on the Providence Bruins, and I'm like, we saw this guy last time. Where's this guy now? my dad told me, oh, he's with the Boston Bruins. That's the big club, and that's how I basically became a Bruins fan. I watched those players in Providence, which I'm like an hour away from like the arena also, and I just turned on the Bruins game and I saw, hey, I remember that guy from that as a little kid, and I just fell in love with the Bruins. Now the Red Sox, we had also in Rhode Island, we had the Pawtucket Red Sox, which were the AAA affiliate to the Boston Red Sox. Obviously, sadly, the Pawtucket Red Sox have now moved to Worcester, which is in Mass. Now called the Woo Sox because they want to get a new stadium. I'm not going to go in that because I'm going to get upset because I'm sad that they. But as a little boy, I would go to the games, had a lot of fun. On Sundays, you were allowed to run the bases. That was pretty awesome as a little kid. I would do that every Sunday whenever we go. And I remember I saw like a lot of talented Red Sox. Daniel Murphy was one I loved. Ellsbury, Xander Bogaerts, all these fun young players. And I would go to the Pawtucket Red Sox. I'm like, where's this guy? I love him. My dad told me that he's with the Red Sox Major League Club, so that I would flip on the Red Sox game. And I'm like, oh, there he is. And Red Sox fan. The Celtics, how I became a fan. I wasn't in the basketball because when I was a little boy, I mean, I played it. I played the sport outside because I had a hoop. Mm-hmm. But I never got into basketball because LeBron James, when he went to Miami, it kind of like ruined it because I felt like him, Wade, Bosch, we're just going to run through the NBA, and it was going to be boring. So then about 2016, when I was in 7th grade, I'm like, my friend was telling me about the Celtics, how they got all this young talent, all these picks, right? And I'm like, I don't know, because I was thinking of being a fan of the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, the Pelicans, the Hornets, all these shitty teams with the cool-ass logos, because they were cool logos, but they were bad teams. But one Wednesday at night, Celtics were on, I flip it on, I watched the entire game. And I'm like, my friend was right. We got all this young talent, we got all these picks, and I just became a Celtics fan right out of the bloom. Dolphins. This is my team. All right, this is the one team. I don't get me wrong. I love those 3 teams. I love the Dolphins more, and I'm going to explain. So I became a Dolphins fan as a little boy. I was probably 2008. I was probably like 8 years old, maybe 6 years old. I don't remember. 10 years old, maybe. I probably 8. Probably 8. Wait, 2002, 2003. Yeah, I was 8 years old. So as a little boy on a Sunday afternoon, randomly, just
this is how you became a Dolphin fans, right?
This is how I became a Dolphin.
Before you do, you're from Rhode Island, right?
Yep.
I want to give you a brief history lesson on Rhode Island that I discovered that was pretty interesting.
Oh, let's hear it.
All right, here we go.
Well, I can't decide what to call this place. We'll flip a coin. All right. Heads, Rhode Island. Tails, Kakapupu-Pipishire.
And obviously, I think heads won.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Yeah. It's that.
What are you saying? You broke up?
Well, that was hilarious. I was laughing. That was awesome.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. All right, go ahead. Sorry, tell me how you became a Dolphin fan.
So, I was probably 8 years old in 2008. I was born in 2002. I'm assuming that's 6, 8, something like that. I can't do math right on top of my dome right now. But anyway, I was just sitting in my room playing with my toys. Random Sunday afternoon, 1:00. I believe the Dolphins were playing the Patriots that Sunday. They were. So my dad, obviously a big football fan. He loves his Dolphins because of Dan Marino. He became a fan, I think, because of Dan Marino. Because back then, when my dad was a little boy, he was fans of like the Steelers, Cowboys, all those teams because that's what. But eventually, he became a fan because of Dan Marino. I'm just gonna point that out for him. So I'm just sitting in my room doing whatever I was doing with my toys. So I hear a screaming and yelling and coming out from the living room, and my dad was going crazy watching the Dolphins because that was the game. Ronnie Brown, Ricky Williams were doing the Wildcat game. So eventually I'm just sitting there. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on out here? So I come out of my room. I go out to the living room. And I see my dad. He's just jumping up and down, yelling and whatnot, what he does. And then I come out and I sit. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to see what this is. It's a sport, football. And, of course, my dad was rooting for the Dolphins. So whenever the Dolphins scored a touchdown, I was jumping up with him. And that's how I became a Dolphin fan. because my dad was a Dolphin fan. I'm like, yay, Dolphins as a little boy. And then I would watch the next game. I would watch with him. I would keep watching Dolphin games, and then it was like, and then I became a Dolphins fan. And I would get my first Dolphin jersey, I think, at Christmas.
And what's fun?
Oh yeah.
What was your first jersey?
Oh, so my first ever jersey, was Jake Long. I don't know if any of you remember Jake Long, but Jake Long, he was my favorite player when I was a little lad. I bought his jersey. I had 77. I didn't have Long on the back. I had my last name on the back because my parents thought, they were like, well, if Jake Long were to get cut, traded, or whatnot, at least now he has 77 with his last name, which is Fontaine on the back. Pretty cool. I went to school the first week back, and it was amazing.
Yeah, being that you grew up in that area, I guess being a Dolphin fan wasn't too welcoming, right?
Oh, we're gonna dive into that probably later, but that was the year we won the division, I believe, 2008.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember watching that Jet game with my dad. That one where the guy tried to kick whoever it was. I think it was Ted Ginn, punt return for a touchdown. And then I think when we were confirmed winning the division, we went to, I think, the next day to like Dick's Sporting Goods, all like these sporting places in my area. We were trying to find a hat. We were trying to find hats that had Dolphins AFC East champions on it. Never could because in New England, you can't get it. You can't get it up here. So
Amazon is an amazing thing.
Well, Amazon wasn't back in 2008, sadly.
Yeah, I'm saying, but now it is,
Oh, yeah. So I was kind of sad. I'm like, damn, I can't get a hat. I was sad.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, most of the stuff I got here, like this back here, I got from Amazon. That Dolphin thing I got from Amazon. The Dolphin here I got from this license plate right here I got from Amazon. So I got a lot of things from Amazon. The shirt I'm wearing I got from Amazon. The mic I'm using.
Most of the Dolphin gear I have is from Phin-Addicts. Like
okay.
I have this little buddy. This little guy. I got this for Christmas. He's my little elf buddy. He's my
that's what's up.
And then I got my parents went to Jamaica for a vacation. They brought me home one of these like hand painted footballs.
Oh, that's what's up.
I have it hanging up. That was pretty cool. I was like, damn, this is awesome. I'm like, they sell this in Jamaica? I'm like, oh, and I guess it was like handmade and painted and whatnot. And,
okay.
And then I got a bunch of like sweatshirts. I got a Cameron Wake jersey. I got a Minka Fitzpatrick jersey, my Tua jersey. Basically, I got a whole lot of Dolphin gear. And that's what's funny. This is why I love the Dolphins more than I love the other three teams more.
Obviously, because I think from the story, it was probably like your first sports team that you kind of followed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. And the Dolphins, Dolphins have never been like really good. They've been like bad, mediocre, and whatnot. And I was always sad. But I keep coming back. And the thing that the Dolphins do is they lose more than the other three teams, clearly. So that's why I love them more. Because when they win one of these days, whenever the Dolphins win the big one, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to have so much fun. And that's why I know I kept going into school. I'm like, one day they're going to win, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And yes, the Bruins, Red Sox, and Celtics have all won and whatnot. Yeah. Dolphins never win. And when they win one, it's going to be amazing. I don't even care. Like the Bruins, Red Sox, I've seen championships. But when the Dolphins win one, it's gonna make me want it. It's gonna make me cry. I think. I think I might be tears. And the Dolphins were the one team I followed more than the other three teams. I do follow the sports. I do watch them. I don't watch all the games, obviously, because Dolphins. I'm always there Sundays watching them, and I enjoy.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, all right, all right. Now we got this. I know this is in the Blenders is a Dolphin centric channel. So this question is going to be strictly for me. All right. So the next question I'm going to ask you is, I know this is a Dolphin centric, but this is something I got to know. How did you become a Gators fan?
Oh, Gators fan. My dad was a Tebow fan, so Saturdays afternoon, Tebow's on, and then I just follow them. Now, usually in college, I like the Gators. Don't get me wrong. I don't really have it. The Gators are my favorite team, yes, but usually like college, I always root for the underdogs, like the lower level schools, obviously. But the teams like I hate Alabama and I hate Ohio State, so I root for those teams that play against them. I hope they lose because I hate them. But usually, I love college football. I think it's entertaining. I do watch all the Gator games as long as. But usually, like now with me at work, I just usually the competitive matchups and I follow the Gators. But yeah, I love the Gators. They're awesome. Tebow, I literally love Tebow. Tebow got me into the Gators. Basically, I'm like, even when I was watching Gators when I was a little kid, Tebow was just awesome. And then I'm like, oh, this team, it's gonna be fun, and they are. And Tebow, I even followed Tebow in the NFL. That was an amazing story. Still
baseball. And baseball too.
I mean, one time I had a shot to go see Tebow play up in Pawtucket when they were coming, but sadly we couldn't get tickets to go, or we were doing something that day. I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
There's a minor league team that's near where I live, which doesn't exist anymore, which kind of sucks because I live in a small town, and that was the one thing people looked forward to was watching was called the Stone Crabs.
Yeah.
And Tim Tebow made an appearance, and I tell you what, that stadium, tickets sold out. You couldn't get tickets to that game.
Yeah. Tebow's
because of Tim.
He's just the attraction, man.
Yeah, he is. So tell me about growing up in enemy territory.
Oh man, so when I luckily second grade, yeah, that's when I went second grade. That's basically I wear my Jake Long jersey back, and I think second grade. You know the Patriots were always good. All right, let me tell you, some Dolphins won the division. I had to stay back a year I had to stay back in second grade because it was a good decision because now I'm gotten what I needed, more help, the other thing, but I'm not going to go into that because that's
I got you.
But I stayed back. Dolphins, I think, I don't remember in 2009 what their record was. I know it was like a mediocre, bad record. Patriots were back on top, so I was doing Dolphins. I can't remember it in school, but mainly I would get kind of like teased, not bullied, like teased, messed around with. Every time the Dolphins lost, I'd go into school and be like, I don't. As a kid, in elementary school, I didn't want. Every time the Dolphins lost and the Patriots won, I'm not going to school tomorrow. I don't want to go to school. My parents forced my mom forced me to go to school, so I had to go and I had to go get my choppings. What I don't remember get my chops.
Yeah.
So,
busted your chops.
And I was always the calm one. Even if the Dolphins lose, I was like, it's all right. We'll get them next week. It's whatever. Patriots won. They were all like, the Patriots won. Blah blah blah. Blah. Can't remember it because it's been a long time. But it kind of like tease. You know, I knew whenever it got cold out, I wear my Dolphin. I got a Dolphin beanie, and especially around Christmas time, this was my dad's. I kind of took it. I'm keeping it. But
sure.
This is what I would wear around Christmas time to elementary school, and the kids, I kind of got a little upset. They take my hat, and they would run around the playground with it, and I would get upset.
Keep away.
Like, keep away, basically. I'm like, just give me my hat back, bro. It's just, they teased around with me, and from that, like ever since elementary school to like about high school, I always hated the Patriots. Whenever the Dolphins were had a bad record and we beat the Patriots, that was my Super Bowl. I would go into school the next day so excited.
Yeah.
And we're going to go win another Super Bowl, basically. And it wasn't really around until like high school. Now, like in the present, I really don't hate the Patriots now because I'm friends with I have a bunch of friends who are Patriot fans. And they're kind of like not like they were in elementary school. I mean, they still kind of are, but they kind of aren't because the Patriots aren't winning anything kind of right now. But it was, you know, I would go in like a champion. I would never cry. I would just that. No, I wouldn't get upset. I was just chill. I never got upset. And when even if the Dolphins won the day before and the Patriots lost, I wasn't gonna be like an a-hole about it. I was never an a-hole in school. I was just a chill one. I'd be like, hey, the Patriots lost, but the Dolphins won. LOL. I would be like, oh, not. But you know, times have changed. People can change. You know, when me and my friends were not like. But back then it was terrible, and the Patriots were winning every time. Even when the Patriots were in the playoffs, and I was rooting for them to lose. And I was even though I was rooting for them to lose, I wasn't an a-hole going the next day. Ha, you guys. I was like, damn, what happened? How'd you guys lose? I was always chill, basically. I was never
for sure.
You know, when I'm watching at my house, yes, I'll be like, yes, Patriots. I'd be celebrating, but I was always going in chill, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not
By
like
the
that.
way,
When I'm home, I do that stuff. But
by the way, one of my joys in life, is, I know this may sound petty as hell, because it is petty as hell. When the Buffalo Bills lose, I like to frequent a YouTube channel called the Buffalo Phin-Addicts. And one day when they lost last year, I was in the Buffalo Phin-Addicts. I happened to see somebody in the comment section that I knew. I'm like, damn, you do too? That's what's up.
well, I didn't start doing it. I obviously hate the Bills more than I do the Patriots right now. And Bills fans can kind of, you know, I don't hate Bills fans. I just like it when they lose. You know, even with the Bills, I do the same thing I do with the Patriots, kind of.
Yeah.
But when I go, like, I'm friends with a Bills fan, too. I haven't seen him since high school, though, but I don't know if we're really good friends. But I was friends with him. We were never a-holes. Like, we're just chill. I like to troll, okay? I'll go into that channel. I will troll all I want. But if I go up on that show, I'm just going to be chill. I like to troll. I like to troll.
For sure.
I like to get, when the Bills lose, I like to make them even more upset. But it's just friendly banter when I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to make it personal. I don't make it personal. I just like to have fun, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
even with
off of camera, you're kind of like a mild mannered type of person. But when I see you on the Finn's tailgate, when I see you in spaces, you're more of a loud. They call you Tourette's is your nickname because you're just you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go off.
Yeah. Specifically with the Dolphins, I root for this team more. Like, they're my number one team, and I hate when we lose, and when we lose stupidly, I just get upset, and I gotta go on those channels. I gotta vent my frustrations, and then about like an hour or two later, once I calm down, I'm still still devastated with the loss.
Yeah.
But I got my anger out. Back then, when the Dolphins lose, and I cried by myself, I was upset as a little boy. And even when I got my teen phase, there was like nowhere I could go to get my frustration out, my anger out on this team. But now with the YouTube platforms and the Twitter spaces that we have now, I can go get my frustration off, and I feel relieved. I got it out. I had to get it out, and I feel relieved, and then I go calm down.
That's what's up, man. I mean, that's how I am too, bro. One thing you got to realize, I'm not trying to make this a mental health thing, but a lot of people don't realize that people that these outbursts that you're seeing is people from pent up rage, bro. You can't hold. You gotta let out. You gotta vent. You got to. If you have an issue with somebody, I think you should address them, because at the end of the day, for instance, let's say I have an issue with you, which I can never have, right? Right. And I festered it so long that the smallest thing you do, when I do let it out, it's going to be exaggerated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's good to vent your frustrations, bro. Once you let it out in the universe, forget about it. You don't think about it. And at the end of the day, it doesn't affect, because if you hold on to stuff, anything will set you off. So that's a good thing.
When usually I watch TD, the games, and then I wait for Doug to come out with his post game, and after, like, usually that's what I would do back in 2016 when I found TD. I can't believe I would be angry when I watched, but then when I go watch Doug just calms me down.
Yeah,
like,
he has that soothing voice.
He just calms me down, and that's why I love Doug. Doug will do wrong. I love him. He calms me down after games. I'm like, Doug, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You'll relieve now. You calmed me down. Thank you for that. Now I can go to bed peacefully, and then sadly I'm gonna wake up. Usually I don't wake up angry. I just wake up like disappointed, kind of, when the Dolphins lose. I don't wake up angry like I'm gonna drive to work or school angry. Like, I don't do that stuff. I just wake up disappointed. For sure. I just go about my day, and then I go get my chopping from my peers or whatnot. But I trust me. I just, in the moment. I'm more mad in the moment. I don't get mad like throughout the week. Usually Sunday they lose. Mad, calm down, go about my week. By Friday, and let's go. Dolphins time. Let's go. We're gonna get them Sunday. We'll get them Sunday. Saturday, let's go. Sunday, it's game time, baby. Yeah.
So you were telling me you've been to one Dolphin game live.
Oh, wait,
remember which one it was? All right.
All right. Yep. All right. We'll edit that out.
All right.
I'm sorry about that. I had to shut my door.
No, that's all good. We don't have to edit that one out. I'll edit the 5-minute one though.
Oh, okay. Okay, you got
it. But go ahead.
So yeah, my first Dolphin game I've only been to one Dolphin game. That was back in 2016 when I was in the 7th grade. And the Dolphins it was week 1, 2016. It was the Dolphins versus, at the time, the Washington Redskins, now Washington Commanders in DC. So
hold on, wait a minute. You missed a step. Washington football team, then the Commanders.
Yeah, we missed that. But DC from Rhode Island is probably like an hour flight. And my mom's cousin was in the area because he lives in DC. So I lived in DC, but I think he moved now. This is a whole different story. But we would go there. We would fly Friday after school. I'd have to come home and pack real quick. Fly out. We took a bus. Got on the bus or took a train to his house. We got to his house. Saturday, we went sightseeing. We saw all the monuments. Washington, Lincoln, all of them. Thomas Jefferson. Saw a little bit of the museums. And then Sunday, we would go to the game. I was wearing my Cameron Wake jersey. I don't remember who this Dolphin player was. I had one Dolphin player sign my jersey. Don't remember who it was. I had no clue who he was. He just signed it. And I'm like, yeah, I got a signature. And then I went. And then it was game time. Dolphins were down 10-3 at half. I was kind of crying because I'm like, we're going to lose my first game I ever come to. I can't believe it. I kind of was tear. I had to get my tears out. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a kid.
Yeah, sure.
Halftime, I go to the bathroom and whatnot. I come back. Dolphins all of a sudden turn a switch. We won 14-10. Jarvis Landry had a punt return for a touchdown. I was going crazy. Brett Grimes had a one-handed interception in our end zone that we were sitting at. He made the one-handed interception, and then that sealed the game, I'm pretty sure. And then after, it was all Dolphin fans in the same. The Washington fans. If there's one game, I would go to DC if you're going to any game this year. The Washington fans, they're like chill. They're not like a-holes. I mean, there's some fan base has some a-holes, especially when they get drunk and whatnot, the games. But they were pretty chill. Pretty chill, right? Game. I'm like, good game. You guys, we'll see you guys in the Super Bowl. That's what I said. Good game. We'll see you guys in the Super Bowl. I believe what ended up happening that year, Dolphins go to London, Philman gets fired. And then the rest, Commander.
We got Dan Campbell.
And then Washington would make the playoffs that year at 10-6. I believe they got the wild card. And I'm like, yeah, I told you they're going to make the playoffs. Dolphins, So my
not.
Washington Dolphins Super Bowl was Knicks right there.
So, at any rate, let's do the numbers game. You know what the numbers game is? I'm gonna shout out 5 different numbers, right?
Uh-huh.
And you tell me the first person that comes to mind. 77.
77. I want to say, wasn't that Larry Little? I didn't see Larry Little. I just remember him from Madden. It was Larry Little 77.
No, Larry Little was 68, I think.
Oh, I don't. 77. Oh, Jake Long. I just thought of it in my head. Jake Long. Yeah, Jake Long.
I did that on purpose because remember you told me that was the first jersey you got. So
I thought it was Larry Little, but that's my bad. Jake Long.
Okay. 34.
I gotta say that's Ricky Williams.
23.
J.J.
Yeah. Or Ronnie Brown.
I didn't think of Ronnie Brown. I just thought of J.J.
15.
15. Who wore 15? Oh, Brennan Marshall. Did Brennan Marshall win 15? I saw him play.
Yeah, he wore. No, actually, no. I think he wore 19.
Oh, he did wear 19. Oh,
Hold
he
on,
wore. I thought he wore 15. Oh, shoot, 15. I can't think of anybody. Let me see. Quarterback. Damn, I don't know who wore 15 with us. Tannehill didn't. Waddle. God, who wore 15? I can't think of anyone that wore 15. I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah, he did wear 19.
Yeah.
Devontae Best wore 15.
I don't know who that is.
Albert Wilson.
Albert Wilson. How could I forget about him? I was hyped when we signed Amendola that year, and Albert Wilson. I'm like, that's the receivers we need for Tanny.
All right, and number 80.
Danny Amendola.
Yeah, there you go. I had to see if I could trip you up with that one. So, all right. Being that we're going to do the ultimate team, unfortunately, we can't put. What's up?
I was going to say something about Danny Amendola.
Go ahead.
9th grade, I go into school. I think we had a snow day. We go into school. I was like, Patriot fans were sad because Danny Amendola was their guy. I had my one teacher was like, you must be pretty excited. I'm like, you bet I am. Danny Amendola is coming to win us, get help for Tanny. And Patriot fans were so mad. I was up. I didn't want Danny Amendola, but now I had a troll opportunity with, like, I had a troll opportunity. So I was like, Danny Amendola is going to lead us. He's going to lead the league in receiving and all this nonsense I was spewing. Danny Amendola, I think he got hurt or something, but he didn't work out like I thought it would work out. But
have you ever seen those? You ever see those memes where they on one side there's a picture of Danny Amendola jersey in a Patriots uniform. There's a bottle of Tide in between it, right? And it says Tide gets the shit right out of your jersey, and on the other side, before was a Patriots and after was a Dolphins jersey. Danny Amendola, it goes Tide takes the shit right out of your jersey.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah. So quarterback, who we getting at quarterback?
So this is the all-time ball. All right.
Yeah. Your ultimate team.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going off from who I seen play. This is
okay.
So Dan Marino's not. It's going to be Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill's going to be the all-time starting quarterback for me because he's the one quarter. I would put Tua, but Tua's not. He's got to do a couple more things before I can do that. But Ryan Tannehill is just my all-time quarterback.
Okay. And by the way, you're the first. So congratulations, brother. You're paving the way. I ain't mad at you, but hey, I'm happy with you, bro, because you're the first one. Because I have 2 Tuas and the rest, everybody else is Dan Marino.
I didn't see Dan Marino play.
So yeah.
Be a hint.
I mean, there's a lot of players that people pick that they didn't see play, but they put anyway because they're great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
like Jim Mandich, I would pick Jim Mandich. I never seen him play. I only seen him in the booth.
True.
But but you know what? Like I said, I tell everybody, this is your team, bro. So who cares? All right, who you got running back? Travis Minor.
This will be the 3-headed monster I'm going with. We're
So you're doing three, 2 backfield or triple option? No, you gotta do.
We're gonna have a 3-headed monster. We're gonna have Tannehill at the quarterback.
Okay.
I was gonna do a full 53, but if you want, I'll give you 2. I
Two
would
running
go
backs. So you're gonna do 2 running backs then, right?
running backs for you.
Okay.
Jay Ajayi. That year, the J train was running through the station, and that was my guy. And I think we played the Patriots that one year. I think we had a shot to get to the playoffs. We had to beat the Patriots, I think, that year. And Patriot fans like the J train's gonna stop. And oh man, No, we did make the playoffs in 2016.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we did.
Oh, I'm getting my year, but J train was the best part of that season. I think we played Pittsburgh and my heart got broken. But Jay Ajayi is my running back. I was devastated when he got traded. I was so angry. I went to my friend's house. Luckily, his parents were home, and I was flipping out. I was saying a bunch of swear words that I'm not going to the PG channel, but I had to get my anger out.
Yeah,
and
not PG, but it's up there. we swore before, but go ahead.
Second running back, I'm going to go Ricky Williams. I just think I got to put someone from 2008. I'll put Ricky Williams.
Okay. So you're getting 2 wide receivers, or 2 wide receivers and a tight end, or a tight end at 3 wide receivers, no tight end.
Ooh, damn! There's so many freaking good receivers and good tight ends, but I'm gonna go 3 receivers here.
All right.
3 receivers. We're gonna go with Tyreek Hill. We're gonna go Brandon Marshall. That one good year he had with us, and then we got traded. I was devastated. I started Brandon Marshall in that Pro Bowl when he was only Dolphin, I think, and he had a lights out performance. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he was wearing a Dolphin helmet.
But I love Brandon Marshall when he was here. Third receiver, damn. This is tough because you have Landry, you have Waddle. I'm gonna go Waddle. I gotta go with the Penguin. Give Tanny some speed out here. We're gonna give Tannehill some speed. We're gonna get him Waddle.
Yeah, that's what's up. He'll be a good slot receiver. What about the O-line? You want to do it by year, or you want to do it individually? You want to do the unicorn offensive line?
I'm gonna do individually.
Okay.
Left tackle, Jake Long.
Okay.
Jake Long. Jake Long's gonna be the left tackle of the team. My first Dolphin jersey. He's got to be on the team. First overall pick, I believe. He's got to be tackle. Left guard, we're going Laremy Tunsil. Laremy Tunsil's got to be up there. And then center, we're gonna go Mike, the Florida native,
and the Florida Gator.
Right guard, we're gonna go Robert Hunt. And then right tackle, we're going to go Brandon Albert. We're going to switch him to left to right. I think he was better than Juwan James, sadly. But
that's a nice whatchamacallit. Nice line here.
We're going to go Albert.
All right. And now defense.
Defensive
end.
All right, defensive end. Sadly, I only saw his last game because I wasn't in the football. Jason Taylor. I'm putting him. I saw his last game. I believe we lost that game too, but I saw him play one game.
He retired a Dolphin, so that's all that matters.
I'm putting Jason Taylor.
By the way, what formation?
We're gonna go 4-3.
Okay, so okay.
We're gonna go 4 linemen and 3 linebackers.
Who's your defensive tackles?
Oh wait, can I put Wake on the edge too?
Yeah, Wake.
Okay, Wake's gonna be the other DN. The 2 defensive tackles, Dominic Sue and Christian Wilkins.
Sue and Wilkins. So you're part of the keep Wilkins.
Sadly, yes, because he gets in Josh Allen's head. But if he goes,
and he grabs his crotch. But if he goes, it is what it is, right?
Yep.
All right. Linebackers.
There's not that many linebackers I remember.
Yeah.
Because like
Sadly.
I pay more attention to offense players than defense players. But if I'm going linebackers, Jerome Baker's got to be one. Jerome Baker's going to be one linebacker. Damn. God.
If you want, we could run a dime where you could have one.
Oh, I just thought of him because he had a Madden card that one year. Koa. I don't know if you remember him. It was spelled K-A. His last name was spelled M-I-S. Let me look him up on the computer real quick here.
Yeah, but he was a defensive tackle.
Was he a defensive tackle?
No, was it Cole Misi? Yeah.
Yeah, Cole Misi. Was he? What did he
Look
play?
it up real quick.
He was an outside linebacker, according to Google.
Okay, Cole Misi. Yeah.
He was on that 2016 squad. I had no clue who he was until he got like a 97 overall card on Madden. It was
Okay.
I was like,
all right. So Cole Misi. All right, that's a good one. And then who's Zach Thomas? You ain't see him play, so never mind.
God, we'll go with Landon Roberts. He's
Roberts.
I can't think of anyone else. Landon Roberts, sadly. Actually, Landon Roberts is going to be a beast. So
with Pittsburgh. All right, cornerbacks.
3 or 2.
Depends what you want to do. Actually, if you get 3, we'll take out one of the linebackers, and if you get 2, we'll
go 2.
Okay.
Number 1, Xavier Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Brett Grimes.
Howard and Grimes.
Yep. I would say Jalen Ramsey, but we got to see him on the field first.
Well, he only has to be, and he has to be a year first. It has to be a year for Dolphins.
Yep.
So
of course.
All right. So who are the safeties?
Rashad Jones is going to be one safety, and we're going to go Javon Holland. That's the second safety.
Yeah, that's a pretty good run stopping tandem you got there.
Yeah.
So as a recap, you have Ryan Tannehill, Jay Ajayi, Ricky Williams, Tyreek Hill, Brandon Marshall. Your slot receiver will be Jalen Waddle. We have Jake Long, Laramie Tunsil, Pouncey, Hunt, and Brandon Albert. Your defensive line consists of Jason Taylor, Sue Wilkins, and Wake. Linebackers are Jerome Baker, Roberts, and Cole Misi. Your secondary is Xavier Howard, Rashad Jones, Javon Holland, and Brent Grimes. Not bad at all, bro.
You know how we're going.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, man, any final thoughts before we out of here?
I probably got some of the years wrong. I think that DC game was not 2016. It might have been 2014. I'm sorry.
No, it was the year. It was actually 15 because it was the year before we made it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
because that was the year Philman got fired.
Yeah,
so.
I get my. I can't do it. I get my years mixed up. I'm sorry, but for the people, it's all good.
It's all good, brother.
I'm happy to be a Dolphins fan. It's a great honor. You know, I love being a Dolphins fan. Don't take it out of context. I love this team. Yes, sometimes I'll be negative, but I got to because I got to be negative sometimes. But there are always positive times. It's been a pleasure that I found YouTube. I found TD and Doug first and K Flexen. I found those are my OG. Then Finn's Tailgate comes out. We got Twitter Spaces now. I'm glad I get to be a part of this community. I get to talk Dolphins. I get to get my frustrations out sometimes. I get to talk about the positives. And the great thing about YouTube and Twitter now, Twitter Spaces, is now I have I'm able to get Dolphins news because where I live, I don't get Dolphins news up here unless I'm typing it on Google and whatnot. But now I get to listen to people because we don't have radio stations that talk Dolphins. It's mainly Patriots, Celtics, Bruins, and Red Sox. And it's awesome that the way of the YouTube, we've got so many people out here, content creators, that are starting up shows, and it's awesome to see. I love it. I love watching TD. I love watching Doug. I like watching everybody, and I got a little something for me. You all probably have something up there for you, whoever that may be. Maybe you don't like TD, but you like Doug. You got options now,
Yeah,
and that's
options.
this is good. We're getting more. Hopefully, I think there's even some people that are just starting up. You got Miss Finn in the morning. I have to check Miss Finn's out. I haven't been able to because I'm never up in the mornings. I
know what you mean.
Well, I want to check Miss Finn's out in the mornings. Everybody,
For sure. Shout out to Miss Finn's.
It's good. It's all good content out there. You got what you like, and hopefully, this year I'm able to go down to Miami, Elise, and meet some of y'all. Stephen D, I would love to meet him. He's awesome. You know, Chef Jewel is another one I like to meet. He sounds like a good guy. Shake, I would love to meet. El Cap,
for sure.
TD and Doug, I would love to meet. I'm hoping to go to Miami. We'll see if I can make it happen. If not, if I'm not able to go to Miami, more than likely I'll be going to DC or Baltimore, or I might just not be able to go to a game this year. But hopefully, I'm able to go to either one of those two games or a Miami game. But we'll see. I got to work something out with my dad because me and my dad, we like to go together, kind of. And he's got to see what vacation he has, and I got to get it off work. But hopefully, I'm able to go and see some of y'all and meet some of y'all and have
for sure.
Hopefully the Dolphins win.
Oh yeah, man. And I just want to tell you face to face that I appreciate all the support you've given me when I'm on here. I know Larry's been doing his thing, and I appreciate the fact that I could lean on you as for you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, man.
Anytime,
Real
man.
talk.
Larry K, I hope I get to meet you one day. You sound like a great guy. I forgot him. I hope we can meet him at a game. We'll see.
Yeah, I was gonna go to the MetLife Takeover, but no, they had to put it on Black Friday.
Wait. I might actually be. That might be another game I might be going to because that's on a Friday. It it's Black Friday, but I think it's the 3:00 game. We don't know.
Yeah.
Said we might go to that one, but we don't know. Patriots up in Gillette, we might go to that one, but it's a wait and see process. We're still in June now. We got like 3 months to kick off, something like that. Hopefully, we get something figured out.
But anyway, listen, man. I usually put my guests in the back room, but today is something special. Listen, man. In 2 more months, we're gonna be seeing this. So y'all be safe, bro.
Yep.
I know you heard me on the radio flexing. She loved the sound of my voice. It's the